What is going on, y'all? HazyRome here. We're here at PAX East 2017. I'm going to talk to you guys about a game called Dauntless. I'm here with Chris Cleroux. Cleroux.
You got it.
Okay, I got it. See, I was double checking. Game design director at Phoenix Labs for Dauntless. We're going to be talking about the game. He's going to tell us about why this game is so appealing and why we should be playing it. So, Chris, tell me about Dauntless. It's a free-to-play game. I tell you right now, the people listening, the people that like GCDT, generally speaking, when they hear free-to-play, they're going to sleep. But you need to wake them up. You have the power right now, Chris. The power is your hands. Tell me.
All that power.
All that power.
Okay.
Tell me about Dauntless and why people should be caring about this game.
All right. If you love co-op games, if you love fighting giant behemoths on floating islands where you can go and craft your armor and weapons and forge your own legend, you want to play Dauntless.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about going out with three of your friends, hopefully there's 4 of you, picking hunts that you want to do against behemoths, getting the pieces off those behemoths, the things you can gather off those islands, going back to the town, to Ramsgate, kind of the center of humanity, as far as you know at least, forging new weapons, new armor with new powers that take on that next big challenge.
So, in a nutshell, give me like a one-sentence description of the game that'll help people, place it into a genre so that they can, open up their minds to the rest of this conversation we're about to have.
Awesome. So, RPG action hunting, inspired by games that we love to play, like Monster Hunter and the Souls series.
Awesome. Yo, I mean, the Monster Hunter, Souls, I mean, that's something that, I've played and I've been into, and my co-hosts, they've played and they're into, and that right there is very appealing. Now, is it something where you can play alone, or do you have to play co-op? Like, is it something where is Dauntless something you can tackle on your own?
You can tackle it on your own. We're looking at systems where you can go out on the islands with some companions, if your friends aren't around for that time, or you know what? You're gonna be able to pick them up in matchmaking as well. The city that we're talking about is a social hub, as well as crafting and questing. So, but if nobody's online, or you just feel like having some chill time, you can go out and have a good time.
Awesome. So tell me about the combat for the game. Tell me about some of the mechanics for the game and these behemoths that you're facing.
Awesome. So it's really skill-based. So if you're familiar, if you like the Souls, you're down with this, where you've got your attacks, elemental attacks, standard physical attacks. We've got a variety of weapons that we're launching with in open beta. If you're a fan of axes, swords, we've got chain blades coming up. We've got a range coming up for open beta as well. So there's a real variety in how you want to play. And that's really important because all the progression in our game is based off crafting new armor, new weapons, and moving forward with that.
You said a ranged weapon, so are we talking like guns? Are we talking like bows and arrows?
Still thinking about it. We are a science fantasy setting, right? So we're not pure fantasy, we're not science fiction, we're somewhere in between. We're going to reveal that as part of the story for the Shattered Isles and Dauntless. So for range specifically, we're not talking snipers. I want to keep it close, keep it intimate, that combat, so short to medium range, and really get in there with the behemoth.
So these behemoths that you're taking on, what is the reason? Is there a story premise? Is there a reason why you're taking on it, or are you just hunting for the sake of hunting?
No, absolutely there's a story. You have to save humanity. You are the slayers that are responsible for keeping all these beautiful islands with all these resources in the sky. So behemoths, by their nature, they suck up this aether. Everything's is up and in the sky because of aether. If behemoths get on an island, they suck it all out, it's going to just plummet into the abyss, and you lose all those resources. So slayers, for as long as you can remember, have been going out, hunt behemoths, keeping humanity safe.
So is there some type of story progression with this as well?
Absolutely. We have a full quest series that reveals the story. Lots of narrative. We have an awesome writer. Has worked on WildStar before, and so expect some really awesome writing as we move forward with the quest series. So,
you want to shout out the writer real quick?
That's Corey Herndon.
Okay, all right. What up, Corey? What's going on, man? Shout outs to you right now. He's giving you some shine right here on this interview. I mean, that's the quest thing got me there because, sometimes you're playing a multiplayer game, and for me, I want direction. I want something to guide me along a path to feel like I'm achieving something. So in going after these behemoths, are you getting loot from these behemoths? Like, what's the purpose of you killing them besides saving humanity? Is there something in it for you besides you being a human?
Absolutely. So the core loop of our game, let's say you show up in Ramsgate and you got some friends and you're like, you know what? I want to take on the next big behemoth. I'm going to go out to the island. I'm going to gather the resources off that island, mineral, fauna, flora, but then I'm going to fight that behemoth, and I'm going to get the valuable pieces from that I'm going to need to craft the next upgrade to take on that next challenge.
Okay. So this is a free-to-play game. How are you guys going to be making money? Because you're not going to give us this fantastic game without, offering some type of incentives, things for us to buy. So what kind of things are offered via transactions?
Right, so our MTX is mostly, at least at the get-go, focused on fashion. Like, we're going to do some cosmetics, we're going to make sure that the players can look really awesome, we're going to push that forward as hard as we can, and then we're going to go from there.
Awesome. So is there a release window for the game? When are you planning on dropping it? What consoles or platforms are you planning on releasing on?
So our initial release is going to be an open beta this year, 2017, in the fall, focused on PC, and then we'll see where that takes us. We want to be successful on our core audience, free-to-play PC.
Awesome. So in terms of a core audience, have you put out any alphas or betas so far, getting feedback from the game? What kind of feedback have you had from the community, if so?
So we've done PAX South, and we've done now PAX East, and the community response has been amazing. I am super stoked for this game, and there's so many high fives and fist bumps. Even when they come in and they get wrecked, they go right back out and get in line because they want to do it again.
So I'm going to say this right here. I've said this before in some of the interviews I've done so far for PAX East. Like, no lie, this is one of the games that has the longest lines to play. Like, when I came into this building, I was looking at games, and I was like, damn, that's a long-ass line. It must be either for food or the bathroom. Because those bathroom lines are longer, Chris. You know they're long, Chris. But it's people coming here to play this game. What do you think it is about this game that draws people in just by looking at it?
I think that they see the art style, they're attracted to it. They can hear people shouting and cheering and sometimes screaming.
Or crying.
A few tears, I'm sure, were shed. But they see people having a good time. They're like, I want to be part of that. I want to get in early. I want to fight something amazing. I want to be there with my friends. It's something we can all do together, and that draws them straight in.
Awesome. So tell us about the art style. Do you have any information about the direction of the art in this game, and what inspiration you might have taken to design this game, in designing this game?
So around the art style, I mean, I'm not the art director,
sure.
So I'll speak to what I know, in that we were looking for kind of inspiration from places that have a classic look, like movies or animation that really kind of give it a timeless look that we know that's going to hold up 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Yeah.
So we love like the look of Disney movies. I mean, that is one of the core inspirations. We have more, but it's out of my head right now. We also want to make sure that as a free-to-play game, we adopt a style that is technically feasible for a really broad audience. Not everybody's got, a 1080, a 1090. So we want to make sure that it's accessible to a really broad audience and has awesome performance, and that it stands up.
Awesome. So I want to ask you a question just about the inner workings of deciding between whether or not to go free to play or have your game, cost something. Because I think there is, a stereotype where, if you're looking at your game and you're like, oh, it's free to play, that you're devaluing your game somehow. And that makes gamers think, oh, maybe this game isn't worth my time. Now, the reason why I'm asking you this is because I know there's a bias out there, and I think you guys deserve a chance because Dauntless looks great. And I don't want people judging this game off something silly like that. So talk to me a little bit about the decision behind making it a free-to-play game.
So I got to the studio, that decision had already been made.
Yeah.
I totally agree with it. I've done years of free-to-play games in mobile. For Dauntless specifically, it speaks to our desire to get this game in front of everybody without a barrier on a price. Right? We want people to experience this. Then they can make a judgment whether they want to keep playing it or not. Or if they want to play it for free, great. Keep playing it. Provide some friends for other people to come out and play with.
I mean, that's a fantastic answer, because to be honest with you, when you put $60, when you put a price tag on a AAA game, people are like, damn, is that worth my $60? And then, what you're doing is you're creating this system of, oh, this game compared to this game, I'd rather pay $60 for this. But if it's free to play, that's an incentive to bring people in, because, hey, you're not asking for their money. You're just asking for a little bit of time to download the game, right?
Absolutely right. You nailed it.
Awesome. So one last question. What type of upgrades do you have in store for the game? What type of expansions do you have in terms of the game's release and post-release?
I can't reveal that, sir.
Oh, come on!
So as a free-to-play game, we are going to be continually adding new content, new weapons, new islands, new behemoths, new quests. So you can look forward to that beyond the beta. And you know what? That's all I'm going to say right now. You're going to have to come check it out.
All right, man. So where can we find out more information about Dauntless? Where can we stay in the loop in terms of getting information about the game, following up on the game, and making sure that people are well informed about Dauntless?
So you can go to playdauntless.com, get links to all of our social media there. We're at Play Dauntless on Twitter, and we have an amazing Discord community if you want to get in. All the devs on a daily basis are in there chatting. If you've got questions, we have a good time.
Awesome. Are you going to be at any other conventions this year?
I don't know the answer to that one. So let's talk to our PR guys. So,
all right, man. Well, I hope you guys can do some other conventions, get the word out there about Dauntless. Anyway, Chris, thank you for your time. This has been HazyRome. We're here at PAX East 2017, enjoying some Dauntless here, man. This is a pretty dope setting. It's really great to see people out here supporting your games. Any last words from you?
Thank you, Hazy, for that time. Just come play Dauntless. We're having a good time.
Awesome, man. I'll catch you guys later. Check out Dauntless. Give Dauntless a shot. Don't be biased against free-to-play. I know how you feel. I feel that way too sometimes, but give it a shot. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys on the next one.